Hi everybody and welcome to another 5-minute masterclass. Today's topic is rules of indices. Now you may know this as laws of indices, rules of indices. Either way, it's just about using the laws that we know to be able to simplify some expressions. So at the top you've got all of the rules that you need to know. Now on a foundation tier, all we need to worry are about these ones here. So you've got this 4 on the left and this top one. We only ever look at fractional indices on the higher paper. But for foundation, we need to be able to multiply, divide, expand a bracket, so raise into another power, and then look at these negative ones here. But for today's video, all we're looking at these 4 on the left. So what we need to know is when the bases are the same, that's what this A is about. When we multiply, we add the powers. When we divide, we subtract the powers. And when there's a bracket, we are multiplying the powers. So example 1, I've got the basics here. So b to the power of 5 multiplied by b to the power of 3. Notice that my base is the same, this b, so that I can use those laws of indices. So when we multiply, we're going to add these powers. So what I'm actually doing is b to the 5 plus 3. And b to the 5 plus 3 is going to be b to the power of 8, and I've simplified that. Equally, if I've got a division, then we're just doing the opposite. My bases are the same, so instead of adding these powers, we are subtracting these powers. So I'm going to go 5 take away 3, and that gives me b to the power of 2. And finally, I've got this b3 to the power of 5, and what that is doing is saying, well, that's b to the power of 3 times b to the power of 3 times b to the power of 3. So it's just saying that we're multiplying that 5 times. And remember, if we were to multiply this, we would add those powers. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 gives me 15. And that's what that shortcut is about. We can just multiply this. So we can say this is the same as b to the 3 multiplied by 5. And that is the shortcut to getting this 15. Example 2 over here is similar, but we're just making these indices slightly more complicated. So we're just raising the difficulty slightly. So here I've got 4a cubed multiplied by 7a squared. Notice that I've got a cubed and a squared, so my base is the same, which means that I can use the laws of indices to add these powers. So a cubed times a squared is going to be a to the power of 5, because I've got 3 plus 2. Now what we've got to remember is these numbers, as 4 and 7, they need to be treated normally. So 4 times 7 is 28. And one of the biggest misconceptions is because we're adding the powers, some people sometimes add the usual numbers. And I've seen lots of times where people would write 11a to the power of 5 here. But that's not the case. We're multiplying our integers and then we are adding our powers. Similarly for part B, I've got 21a to the power of 9 divided by 7a squared. So I've got this 21 and this 7, and 21 divided by 7 is 3. And then I've got a to the power of 9 divided by a squared. Remember, when we divide, we subtract these powers. So 9 take away 2 is 7, so it's 3a to the power of 7. Finally, down here, there's 10a to the power of 4 squared. Remember what this means. Everything in this bracket is being multiplied by itself, we're squaring it. So this is doing 10a to the power of 4 multiplied by 10a to the power of 4. So we need to do that 10 squared, that 10 times 10, which gives us 100. And then remember, we can cheat, well, not cheat, but we can use that shortcut. We can multiply these two powers. 4 times 2 gives me a to the power of 8. If not, you can have it out in full. And remember, when we multiply, we add the powers, and 4 plus 4 is 8. So either method will give you the same solution. But you do need to remember, we need to make sure that we do this part correctly. So it's 10 squared, not 10 times 2. Okay, then over to you. So pause the video and try these questions. When you're ready, press play. Here are your answers. I hope you've been successful. And if you need any further practice, take a look at Sparks, Corbett or Maths Genie for further videos and questions. Thank you for your time today, and I'll see you again for another 5-minute masterclass.